Hello, hello, hello. This is JP back again. I was coming to you and to kind of finish where I left off. I think the last time I was here, I left with a statement that Jesus wasn't a Christian. And the reason I said that, Jesus' teaching was primarily Jewish and what they call it, Judaism. I may pronounce that right, but that's what his teaching was. It was Jewish and Judaism, but that's what his teaching was. And now automatically we developed Christianity that came after his death. But Jesus didn't come to start a new religion. I mean, he was teaching to the Jews, and his whole teaching was all about Judaism. And we brought Christianity in there just to give some type of method of just how you can determine the followers of Christ, we call it, and how we can say you are a Christian if you do these certain things. But out of Jesus' teaching, that's where Christianity came from, and that's what we labeled it. We put that term on it. But he was pretty much teaching Judaism because he taught to the Jews. He wasn't Christian. That's why I said he wasn't a Christian. That was something we kind of developed after his death. And with that being said, like I said, all religion has a certain cultism to it, and a cult. You do certain things, you perform a certain way, we can tell what type of religion you're from. Jesus was all about relationship. Doesn't make a difference whether a person is Catholic, whether he's what we call a Christian, or whether he's a Muslim, or you name it. Well, certain acts going to tell me what type of religion you pretty much perform, or what religion is your foundation. But Jesus said you won't know them by that. He said you would know them by the way that they love. And if you use that as your cornerstone, you won't miss out on all of these other things. Because realistically, when we talk about salvation, I know that's a message that everybody say. A lot of churches have been saying for years, they got to get saved. I'm a firm believer that everybody is already saved. They just got to come to the knowledge of their salvation. They already saved. When he went on the cross and he died, took all the stripes, he said, I died for every one of your sins. Now, you got to think about this. Either he did or either he didn't. Now, if he didn't, you got to be saved. If he did, you don't. You just got to come to the knowledge of what he done. And that's through teaching. That's through revelation, his revelation, through teaching it, just like I'm talking about here now. Because we are reconnectors in a sense. We are designed to bring people back, help people get back to the original source. We are always talking about you going to hell. Hell was not made for us. It was made for Satan and his demonic spirits, so fallen angels. They need a body too to possess. That's the only way they can go and walk around this earth. They need a body. They need somebody they can influence. But when Jesus you cast them out, they come back to their original selves. Think about it. In the scriptures, there was a man standing by the edge of the wayside. He was cutting himself. All kind of craziness was going on around him. People was afraid of him. He was breaking chains and all kind of stuff. Well, Jesus came that way. And Jesus cast that demonic spirit out. He said, come out of him. When he came out of that man came to himself. He went to the edge of the town. He went to the town, rather, and was telling all the people about what had happened. They realized this was that man that everybody thought was crazy. But this man was in the right mind, talking with good sense, because that demonic spirit influences your behavior. That's those spirits that were cast down. They need a body to influence. So when you said a person committed this or done this, I could say, was they in their right mind? And then can't nobody answer that but them. And Jesus, were they in their right mind? That's why a lot of stuff we think won't be forgiven will be. I just want you to think on that. Ponder on that today. That's a word for today. Y'all take care the next time. Bye-bye.